I have to say that I find Asmongold's apology absolutely fascinating, especially when you spin it and you point out that he got banned from Twitch after apologizing, which is technically correct. Like, after saying the blasphemy, he didn't get banned. It was only after 5 hours that he apologized that the ban happened. So apparently, yeah, like maybe Twitch didn't like weakness. Notice how they're not banning Hassan Piker for having a terrorist on stream, because Hassan displays strength and masculinity, which is what Twitch respects. Asmongold, by apologizing, displays weakness and femininity, and it seems that Twitch doesn't like that, just like they don't like their VTubers recently. So, why do I find it interesting? Well, number one is the fact that people can't defend Asmongold now. Like, I have seen people trying to defend him on Twitter and saying, well, no, look, what he said actually makes a point because such and such, and you immediately have leftists going, it's like, no, you don't understand. He apologized, like, he himself wants to better as a human being, right? Like, he wants to elevate himself. So he knows he's wrong. Why can't you see that? So again, it's difficult to defend him or even engage with his comments, because you're going to have people saying, it's like, look, Asmongold himself is saying that he not goofed. Why can't you see that? And the second one is how upset some of the more interesting people are on Twitter. Like, they're absolutely livid. They are foaming at the mouth because Asmongold subscribers are upset that he apologized, right? So, like, there are people upset that he apologized, and then there are people upset that there are other people upset that he apologized. That doesn't make any sense? It does, because it's not about Asmongold. If you're trying to look at this as Asmongold the person, you fail to understand what's happening. What is happening is that there are some losers on the internet, like people who genuinely do not achieve anything in their life. Like, they're not the head of some company, they don't build anything, but they want to behave like modern priests. They want to behave like modern clergy and lecture other strangers on the internet about morality. And the way they do it is they want to create the picture that they are the actual dominant force in society, that they're like the decent people. And unless you think like them, exactly like them, then you're an atomized individual that should be isolated, fired from a job. In fact, you're just a piece of shit, right? And the way they do this is by trying to create the illusion that what Asmongold said is beyond the pale. And they use sponsors, they use corporations, they use like the Twitch terms of service in order to create the illusion that, well, no, this is what everybody thinks, right? Like, everybody thinks that Asmongold is wrong. And if you don't think that there is something wrong with you, maybe you need to get it turned into a mental hospital or something because you're dangerous for society. But their argument falls when you go to any comment section and you witness thousands of people going, it's like, no, actually, Asmongold wasn't wrong. He shouldn't have been banned. And this creates the problem, right? Because those people, they want to see like they're in the majority. And whenever you go in a comment section that doesn't have moderation, they are just a fringe voice. And it pisses them off so much. So again, it's not about Asmongold, it's the fact that they're losing control of the overtone window. But speaking of Asmongold, I also found something very interesting. Incredibly interesting, in fact. So, a couple of months ago, he had a beef with another content creator by the name of Melonie Mac. Now, Melonie Mac is a religious person, and also, like Asmongold, she is a violator. In her free time, she enjoys violating Twitch's terms of service. She disagrees with the morality from the multi-billion-dollar corporation, and she opens her mouth and does violations. And it was interesting because she was streaming on 3 platforms. She was streaming on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and only Twitch decided that she's a violator. So why did that happen? Well, because she had unsolicited opinion about the LGBT folk. And you're not allowed to have that, okay? Like, even if the opinions themselves aren't dangerous, even if you're not encouraging people to commit any harm, even if you're not a politician or you're not trying to create a political movement, if you do not have the correct opinions on the subject, then you are a violator on Twitch, right? So, again, we are not a society where some people can think one way and other people can think differently. No, like, everyone has to think exactly the same. Everyone needs to be the same. And in fact, like, if you talk with one person or another, they should have the same opinion. They should be like human resources, interchangeable cogs in a machine. Fuck individuality, fuck just having a normal discourse with the person. It's like comply or die. And in this case, Twitch decided to ban her. Now, Asmongold joined the conversation And this is a video that he released on his channel. It's about 30 minutes long. I suggest you guys watch it. There's no reason for me to play it here. But basically, he is saying that he doesn't care that her opinions are religious in nature, right? Like, he doesn't care if her opinions weren't dangerous or anything like that. Because they're based on an ancient text, because they're based on an old book, she shouldn't just have them. And the reason I find this interesting, right, is that there was no apology after this video. Like when he criticized Christianic culture, he went to bed and slept like a baby. He had no guilt in his heart. He felt no remorse. There was no problem with criticizing Christianity, which is fine. Like, that is his take. You're allowed to have it, but it's a little bit inconsistent when you start to criticize an actual strong religion. Like, you go and you criticize actual pious people, and you don't like what you see in the Islamic faith. Well, I think what happened is that Asmongold probably got a visit from the Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Gabriel showed him the error of his ways, showed him his blasphemous takes, and, Allah put a burden on his heart, and this is why he woke up the next day and had to apologize. And of course, all the pious individuals like Hassan Piker and other devout Muslims that tried to suggest to Asmongold in one way or another in the comment section and in the DMs that it is for his own good to stop being such a heathen and move away from the faith. And I do think that he had a reawakening. He had a spiritual moment where he realized, okay, criticizing Christianity, that's fine, but like, I can't just criticize Islam. I mean, it's Islam, right? So this is what a lot of people are pointing out. The little inconsistency, like, what changed? What exactly happened there which makes this particular criticism different than the other? And what's interesting is that people are reporting that if you bring up the Melonie Mac controversy in the comment section of his apology video, it gets deleted. So we're giving the comments disabilities now. Again, I don't know if this is a mod from Asmongold or him himself, but it is interesting nonetheless, right? So why is Melonie Mac different? I think she needs to convert to Islam. Like, come on, Melonie, just strengthen yourself. Because it seems that Islam pays the homophobia tax or something. Because, like, again, all Abrahamic religions have the exact same take on LGBT issues. All of them. Whether you're looking at the Torah or you're looking at the Bible or the Quran, they don't have that much disagreement about LGBTQI2S, how did Justin Trudeau put it, right? So, for some reason, if you're a Christian, you're not allowed to express them. But Melonie, if you really want to express them, right, convert to Islam, and then if Asmongold has beef with you, he will apologize. It's literally how it works. It's what I'm seeing right now. Again, I find it interesting. Regarding Asmongold's apology video, I don't know what to say about it because I generally can't tell if it's genuine or not. See, like, if our culture would allow freedom of expression and freedom of speech without any repercussion, like, for instance, you have in Romania, or like you had in America before 2010, like, you could say certain things that were political in nature and you wouldn't get banned, right? So if it was like that, then I would take his apology as genuine. But right now, I have absolutely no idea if his sponsors didn't ask him to apologize. I mean, his channel is large, right? So he's like a corporate entity. He makes more money than small restaurants. So, like, it is a business. And it is possible that some of the people he associates with would say, you need to apologize or else we're not going to do business. You need to apologize or, else we're going to cut ties with you. I don't know if that happened or not. I genuinely can't. So I assume that it may. In which case, I don't care about his apology. And by the way, like the things he said, I don't think you should be banned for them. Like, they're political in nature. They don't cause any harm. He's not starting a political movement. He's not hurting anyone. He's not asking for anyone to be hurt. So I think, like, his political takes should be fine, just like Hassan Piker has political takes. What was it? America deserves 9/11? Like, that's a horrible take. But at the end of the day, like, it shows who Hassan Piker is. It's good that he expressed it so that people know. I don't think he should be banned for it, to be honest. But, I'm not the one making the rules. Like, the rules exist that you are not allowed to express certain things, even if they're not illegal, even if they're not causing any damage, even if you're not trying to do politics, which is very interesting because in 2024, from what I see, politicians have more freedom than actual content creators. Like, why is that? Why is it that someone whose entire job is to just shit talk on the internet has less freedom than a politician, which can actually influence legislation? Let me know the answer to that, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.